Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Chicago Cubs and the Texas Rangers. It's interleague baseball on MLB Network. Mike Minor gets the starting assignment for Texas in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Leading off
ready now, Anthony Rizzo. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Anthony Rizzo.
First offering on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Fouled away. Oh, and 2, here it comes. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo home run here for Anthony Rizzo. And the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Well, this has started off certainly quick. First batter of the game goes deep. Dare I say, ambush tactics?
Batting second.
Nick Castellanos now.
Nick.
As he will line this one into right center, and this is going to get down and should be extra bases. Turning for second is Castellanos. Around second now and headed for third. The relay. But he is in there with a triple.
Yeah, first a home run and then a triple. And if the pattern holds, the next hitter will rope a double to bring another run home here. We shall see.
Into the box, Chris Bryant. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. He's set and the pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Castellanos, the runner at third with no outs. Behind 0-2 now.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Loud contact off the bat of Bryant and sent deep to left. Into the bleachers and gone. Chris Bryant plates a pair with a home run, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
Batting fourth.
Into the box,
fielder,
Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Now this ball's hit deep to left field. Calhoun ranging back. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
Well, when a manager talks about hitting being contagious, that is exactly what we're talking about. One guy tees off, and the guy behind him starts to feel a little bit more confident, a little bit more focused. The next thing you know, you've got 3 home runs in an inning, and your entire offense is off and running.
Zobrist, or Zorilla, as he's sometimes called. He's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in. Line to the right side, and that'll be a base hit for Zobrist.
Hey guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. No balls and 1 strike. 4 runs here. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. But gloved by the third baseman for the out. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Matty, I know this team can swing the bat. But one thing I'm focused on, and I think a huge key for this team, is base running. And I'm not necessarily saying stolen bases. Just being aggressive on the base pass, putting the defense on their heels, taking the extra base. Maybe that send from first to home. That's what I'm hoping to see.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. He's assuming the role of DH in this interleague matchup.
Yeah, Matt, that's one of the funny things about National League teams playing in AL ballparks. All of a sudden, the lineup kind of changes dramatically. But the cool thing is it gets more guys a chance to get some at-bats or time in the field.
First pitch on its way. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Runners on first with 1 down. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly into the bleachers and out of here. So a 2-run shot to left center as they pile on. It's now 6-0. The long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Dero, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now with 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it. And this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
Rafael Montero comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning.
Montero. Batting 8th, the center fielder.
Here's Jason Hayward now. Hit hard down the right field line. But that's a foul ball. A windup and the 0-1. Popped him up. Number 15 has a play, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Here's Addison Russell. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. And, boy, the Cubs have come to play as this is good for extra bases as well. The relay. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. But they managed to bat around as 9 men come to the plate, and 6 of them score. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Cubs 6 and the Rangers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. John Lester is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that throws, I call it a sweeper. It's kind of it's a hybrid between a slider and a curveball. It's a big sweeping breaking ball. And if he has a good one, you'll see lots of swings and misses early on.
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Count remains at 0-2. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
I feel like when you're facing a 2-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
Here's Lester now on 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, this lineup finds himself in a hole right now. Down a bunch of runs. This is where you find out about your lineup, though, that pass the baton mentality. Can't try and get it all back at once. Have good at bats, follow the game plan you guys worked on, and stay in the zone.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. His past history against John Lester. He has 7 hits in 28 tries. Here it comes now to Andrus. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
Andrus in an 0-2 hole here. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
First offering on its way. First pitch is a fastball inside. 1-0. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now Lester deals the 1-2. And it's fouled away. Lester into his motion. Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Striding into the box, Anthony Rizzo. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got
hit high and deep is straightaway right field. Mazzara facing back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game as this lead swells to 7-0.
The right fielder.
Stepping in now, Nicholas Castellanos. Now that ball is smoked, carrying to deep left. And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Here's Chris Bryant now as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His second home run of the game as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
And we'll employ the use of our show track technology to get a better idea of that home run. And you see it there, 111 miles an hour off the bat. He certainly squared that one up well.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Santana racing back. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game as they just continue to pour it on here. Here's Ben Zobrist now. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. A base hit in his first trip. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. He swings and crushes it. Oh my, there is no doubt about this one. And they've done it again. Back-to-back-to-back home runs. So a solo home run off the bat of Ben Zobrist as this lead got even wider. In now, Wilson Contreras. The swing, and there it goes. Forget about it. This is going to be back-to-back-to-back-to-back home runs. A solo shot that time for Wilson Contreras as the blowout continues.
What an awesome moment for this team right here. That's the 4th home run in a row. There's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are chomping at the bit to get up at the plate.
Standing in now, Ian Happ.
Ian.
There it goes. And are you kidding me? Pencil it into the history books. Another home run. A solo home run here off the bat of Ian Happ. His 2nd home run of the game as they just continue to pour it on here. This has almost been a superhuman performance from this lineup. 10 home runs in the game. When's the last time you can remember a team knocking that many balls out of the park?
Yeah, Matt, you know what, D-Roll, we got up this morning for this day game here. We were expecting a high-scoring game, but boy, we haven't been disappointed.
Yeah, you take the temperature of a lot of guys in the league. They definitely will tell you they see the ball better in the daytime than they do at night. Case in point today, ball was jumping off the bats of both lineups. So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And let's focus our attention at the guy who plays one of the premier positions in the game, and that's Elvis Andrus. Listen, when I watch this guy, I can't help but think Omar Vizquel. Came into the league, was all glove and figuring it out at the plate, and has consistently gotten better offensively while never losing a step with the glove.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Russell behind 0-2.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Reined in. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat, his 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch to retire the side. A fine sliding catch here will take us to break. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Settling in now, number 15. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Pitch is popped up, and no one will track it down. Here it comes, 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. And we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. Here comes the first pitch. In there, strike one.
One strike.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ready with another 0-2. Just hung in there on that one. Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Man, he is looking flat out unhittable on the mound right now. That's 5 straight punch-outs. I love it, but I think he might want to get his defense involved at some point so they don't fall asleep.
Stepping in now, Danny Santana. As Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now Lester's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. And my goodness, how about this? He struck out the side in back-to-back innings, 6 in a row, and the inning is over. Rangers set down in order, still looking up at a 13-0 score. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon, and he was very pleased with how little they're swinging and missing right now. They've obviously got a double-digit total in the hits column, but perhaps just as impressive is that they've not struck out a single time today. That's about as rare as it gets in today's sport. So they have a lot to feel good about right now, Matt.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Coming to the plate now, Nicholas Castellanos, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Down the 3rd baseline, but this is foul for the first strike. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Now here's a drive out to right center field. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. But it's backed up well, so luckily there will be no advance.
Wow, not sure what the pitcher was thinking, serving up a fastball right over the heart of the plate. His eyes got as big as saucers as he blasts this thing, putting himself in the scoring position to start off the inning.
Into the box, Chris Bryant, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And his confidence has to be in a really good place right now, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one. Hit on the ground out to short. There is Andrus. And a good throw gets him, 1 gone. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far, and looking to add to that here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
High in the air into shallow left center. Calhoun comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. Ready for another shot now. Ben Zobrist already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And this is turning ugly now as this ball's down for extra bases. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense. And now they posted an amazing 14 runs on the board.
Now batting, Wilson Contreras. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Line hard. Foul.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Bullet back up the middle. Santana will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Cubs lead it 14-0. Here's Rougned Odor now. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Now the first pitch here from Lester. And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-2. Grounded softly down the line toward first. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Another try at 2-2. Fouled off. Set to deal on 2-2. Hit to short. Russell's got it. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Digging in now, Ronald Guzman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here it comes. And he gets ahead 0-1. Guzman is a highly regarded defender, especially as corner infielders go. Some guys at first or third are there because they can hit, but he takes a lot of pride in his defense, and as a result, it's definitely not uncommon for him to make an impact on the game with his glove.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in dirt.
Hot shot on the ground is short. And there's out number 2. So next to the plate for Texas, Jose Trevino. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First delivery to him on the way. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
Fouled away. Now another 0-2. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rangers, but this one's pretty much over, 14-0. Next will be the designated hitter, Ian Happ. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. First offering on its way. Here's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Around first, he's digging for second. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
Now batting.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Into the box now, Jason Hayward. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Man, it's like deja vu all over again. 2 well-hit back-to-back doubles that bring in a run. This one ends up going off the wall, and it looks like they've nothing to do to them out there. Definitely getting some good swings against him.
Standing in now.
Number 44.
Now back to the top of the line thus far on his line. From the belt, kicks and deals. No balls and a strike to count. Hayward leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Ready on 0-2. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And it's gone. A 2-run shot off the bat of Anthony Rizzo. His 3rd home run of the ball game as this lead got even wider.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in 1 game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Stepping in now, Nicholas Castellanos. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. The relay throw, and it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Ready once again, Chris Bryant. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Now here's the pitch. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Mazara's under it, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and no one left on base. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Cubbies are in front, 17-0. Digging in, Shin-Soo Choo. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Now here it comes. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. I think that was a purpose pitch. These guys are swinging at just about everything, so he's going to take a chance to see if they'll chase one even further out of the zone.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
In now, Elvis Andrus. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here it comes now to Andrus. Behind 0-2 now. Rangers still searching for hit number 1 in the ballgame. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are 2 away now. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the first pitch here from Lester. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Rock solid performance up to this part of the ball game right now. One of the keys, 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes, and when you do that, you really make the hitter swing at the pitch you want them to swing at.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, I appreciate the fact that he's making him throw a few pitches. Most of his teammates have been hacking at everything that comes their way.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Russell is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Rangers set down in order. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Schwarber.
First pitch of the at-bat. Base hit into right center. Oh, and he misses it.
I'm not sure what else the manager or pitching coach need to see, Matt. He obviously doesn't have his best stuff, and the longer he stays out there, the bigger the hole he digs.
So coming to the plate, Ben Zobrist. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the 2nd. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a liner. Another base hit. How about the game he's putting together? Now 4 for 4 in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. Hit hard back up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Bases full now following the error. And standing in is the DH, Ian Happ. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward the gap in left center. Catch is made in medium deep left center. Here comes the runner for the plate. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. The tag, and he is out. And he knew he was in trouble there as they just tag him out between second and third, and the inning is over. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Cubs lead this one 17-0. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production to this point. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Digging in for his second at-bat, number 15. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. First delivery to him on the way. And it's fouled away. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ball game for the Rangers. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Stepping up now, Danny Santana. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Lester has his target. First pitch on its way. The cutter runs outside. Ball 1. No runs, no hits, and 1 error in the ball game for the Rangers. And he takes a called strike one. And it's 1-2. Right back at Lester on the mound. And he'll toss this one on to first as they're kept off the scoreboard again, and the inning is over. And something about this outing so far is beginning to look awfully familiar, especially in regards to that hit column. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Luke Farrell gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Farrell.
So striding in, Jason Hayward. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Jason Hayward.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Shoots this one over to first. Guzman ranges to his right, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting.
Striding in, Addison Russell. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And he pops it up. Andres onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Anthony Rizzo will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ballgame as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But that seems a rarity in this one as they lead it 17-0. Up next for the Rangers, Rougned Odor. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
First offering on its way. On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
When a guy in the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
Striding in once again, Ronald Guzman comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Good cut fastball in there. 1-1. Swinging a soft liner, but this will be taken easily at first, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting. Catcher.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Trevino. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And a swing and a miss at a pitch well off the plate. It's strike 1.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
Lester's 2-0 home. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. So in now for Chicago, Nicholas Castellanos. He's looking for hit number 5 in this one right here.
Nick Castellanos.
First pitch of the at-bat. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Now the Rangers get a reliever up and throwing in the bullpen as a right-hander's begun to warm up out there. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And that's just shy of the baskets and off the ivy. And he is into second as he kicks off the 7th with a leadoff double. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here. And those don't come along every day. Chris Bryant will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. He's set. Here it comes. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Castellanos stands at second with no outs. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
Obviously looking to pull the baseball right there, out in front on that off-speed pitch. This will be an interesting sequence right here to see if he slows him down even more or tries to run a heater by him.
0-2. Here it comes. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And bye-bye. That one's gone into the bleachers. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, the ball's been flying all over the place this game, but most of the fireworks have come from him. That's his 3rd long ball. What a game.
Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Santana. 1 out.
The batter.
Standing in, Ben Zobrist. And he's trying to make this a 5-hit ball game for himself right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted down the line in left. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
The catcher, number 40.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
Into the box, Wilson Contreras. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 0-1. Contreras swings, and this is well hit to left. And this one is gone. A home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
A majestic home run, and we'll look at it again with Show Track. The velocity off the bat came in at 117 miles an hour, so that's one of the hardest hit home runs you'll see all year long. Amazing stuff.
Number 63 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch.
For the Rangers, number 63.
In now, Ian Happ.
Designated hitter, Ian Happ.
Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are two away.
Up next for the Cubs, the center fielder.
Stepping into the box, Jason Hayward. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot that time off the bat of Jason Hayward as this lead got even wider.
That one definitely seems worth taking a look at with Show Track. It wasn't a particularly deep home run, but as you can see, he connected pretty well. 110 miles an hour off the bat, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Addison Russell. Line towards center field. Santana there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So this already sizable lead gets even larger as 5 more runs cross the plate. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Cubs are on top 22-0. To the plate now for Texas is the DH, Shin-Soo Choo. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you're going to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
Hit hard to short, and that's a base hit. So the perfect game bid ends in the 7th. And a good start to the inning for the Rangers. It's going to be a leadoff double. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty D, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, Dero. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
In the air, down the line and left, and that will end up a foul ball. And that last pitch was number 74 for Lester in this one. Hit weakly back to the mound, and that's out number 1. Digging in once again, Willie Calhoun. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way, and he fouls this one off. The 0-1 on its way. Hit to third. Bryant's got it. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Now batting, Number 15.
Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, number 15. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Too high with the fastball here. It's 1-0. Grounded to short. To second for 1. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Rangers leave 1, and they remain well behind. Making his way to the plate, Anthony Rizzo, and he's got a very real opportunity at making some history here.
Anthony Rizzo.
First delivery to him on the way. Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. So 1 gone here in the Chicago 8th. The right-handed hitting Nicholas Castellanos will bat next. First pitch coming. Here it is. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. As we head toward a conclusion in this one, I think it's fair to say that it's going to be a long time before you see a team perform like this again at the plate.
Yeah, the ability of this lineup to hit that many home runs, I mean, strewn throughout it screams to the modern day of baseball. The 3 true outcomes. These guys aren't worried about hitting singles. They're trying to stop traffic over that fence.
D-Roy, it can't be better said. I think the day and age right now for pitchers is you have to approach just about every pitch like it's a 2-strike pitch. No get me over curveballs, no get me over changeups. Every pitch has to be thrown with a purpose.
Hit high and deep out to left field. And that's going to be off the ivy-covered wall. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases.
Now batting.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
Stepping in, Ben Zobrist. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line toward the gap in left center. Boy, and call off the Dogs already as this is down for extra bases. And the runner from second is in to score.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Number 43 is on, and he'll take over on the mound in relief.
Number 43.
Into the box, Wilson Contreras.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Boy, Dero, there's a case of the outfield defense playing so deep that that ball looked like it was extra bases all the way, but they were able to cut it off.
Yeah, not too many times I would agree. I'd love to hear your take on this as well. The no doubles defense, I kind of never understood it to begin with. I felt like the pitcher, if he can execute the game plan to keep the ball in front of the outfielders, but right there, boy, I was wrong. That worked.
Standing in now, Ian Happ. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark.
This one's into the bleachers and gone.
So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the blowout continues.
That ball was absolutely blasted. 113 miles an hour off the bat, according to Show Track. As you see the distance there, that's one that'll get people talking.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Stepping in now, Jason Hayward.
And he puts it on the ground to second. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close.
So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cubbies are in front 27-0. Now at the plate, Nomar Mazara. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch on its way. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
Into the box now, Danny Santana. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. And that is through into right field for a single.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
Stepping up to the plate, Rougned Odor. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
Santana leads off first with 1 away. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
In now, Ronald Guzman. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike one. One and two now. A runner on first with 2 away. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. 1 left for Texas. And as you can see, they are way behind. Now at the plate, Addison Russell. And looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far.
Addison Russell.
First offering on its way. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate. And that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives. And he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now
as he swings and hits a laser to right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
The right fielder, number 6.
Now at the plate, Nicholas Castellanos. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High in the air out to center field. Santana is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping into the box, Chris Bryant. He, of course, has launched 3 balls over the fence in this one and possibly looking for number 4 here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Popped him up. Andres waits on it. And that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. But you can forgive them as they still hold an enormous lead. At the plate, Jose Trevino starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. But these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
First delivery to him on the way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Castellanos moving in, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled away. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
The batter, the shortstop.
Into the box now, Elvis Andrus. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here comes the first pitch. High in the air out towards shallow right. Castellanos in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down. At the plate, Willie Calhoun. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, and they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon. And they'll try and end it here with an even 100 pitches.
What an unbelievable effort. He has had total command of all pitches, all quadrants. Dan, this has got to bring a smile to your face.
It does, D-Roy. In a day and age where we don't see very many complete games, or for that matter, guys going out in the 8th, let alone the 9th inning, this has been a terrific start up to this point.
Trevino, the runner at first with 2 gone. Texas down to their final strike in this one. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. High in the air down the right field line. Castellanos sprinting after it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
27-0 the final this afternoon. The Chicago Cubs came out swinging with a huge first inning that really set them up well. John Lester gets the W on the mound. Mike Minor permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.